the lesson, bro. And I sent him out. I sent him one ball. I'm like, bro, you interrupt me, you're going to the office. Boom, 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 boom. Sent all these people out to the office. I don't even care. So, so anyway, bro, back to the original story. I'm 18. I just got walked out of my high school, and Papaw comes to pick me up, and um, I I went and got my GED immediately, bro. Like it was like the end of August at that point. So September, I went to the place to get my GED because I wasn't gonna be one of those people that dropped out of school and said, "Oh, I'll go get it," and then never go to get it. So. So I was like, I'm gonna go get it immediately. So it was the end of August. I went for the GED thing in September, took the test in October, and because that was the next time that the test was coming around, and I signed up for the test and went ahead and paid for it and got it on my first try, bro. I didn't even hardly study like at all, bro. I just took the test and got it, and I'm like, bro, I have a sophomore education and I just passed and got my GED. You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah, I want you my education in one test.
Yeah, bro. So it's like, how can somebody with a fresh sophomore education go in there and get their diploma and be like, all right, bet, I'm out. Like, and like, why don't I don't understand that. So,
bro, you know what I mean? Like ISTEP tests and like assignments and stuff.
Because at the time, bro, the GED at that time, the GED was equal to a high school diploma. So I'm like, well, why don't all these people, because I know that there are people at the school smarter than me. Like, why don't all these people come through here, get their diploma, and just get on with it, bro? Like, why don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, why are they still going through, oh, man, I don't know if I'm going to have enough credits. Like, bro, what? Like, just go get your...
What's that,
bro? Like, you literally killed yourself for 4 years to get something I got in, like, 20 minutes, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Bro, but very high key, like, you literally went up in there and said, I got this. And
yeah.
Like, you got it.
Exactly, bro. So anyway, I get my GED, and then we fast forward a few more years later, and I start substitute teaching at schools because, like, I say a few years. It was like I was 18 when I got my GED, and then I was probably 23 or 24 when I started subbing, and so I'm subbing at schools now, and all I got is a GED. And I actually so
but by
the way, I skipped a part. So I'm 18, I got my GED, and then at 19 I had my daughter. My daughter was born when I was 19. 2011 I have my daughter. So my daughter my daughter is born, and we moved to a different city, bro. We don't live in North Vernon no more. We live in Seymour. Not now, but back then. We moved away from North Vernon, and we moved to Seymour. So my daughter went to the elementary school around the corner from our house. It was literally like right down the road. And my daughter starts school there, and we go in there for her like first day, like where you meet everybody and stuff. And guess who her principal is? Mr. Hack.
What's his name? Yeah.
Mr. Hack is her principal, bro. It's like, we live in a different city, and this is like,
what do these teachers be doing? Like following you, bro.
Exactly, bro. It's crazy. Like, bro, so Mr. Hack, I'm a 6th grader, and I meet him. He's a 5th grade teacher. I meet him while I'm in 6th grade. He's a 5th grade teacher. And then he becomes my principal in high school. And he's the last principal I ever have because I dropped out of that high school. And then my daughter's born, and my daughter goes to kindergarten at this other school in a different city. And this dude, Mr. Hack, is the first principal she ever has at a school. Like, she goes to her school, and like, he was my last principal, and he's her first principal.
First, bro, like, what are the chances of that
It
being the same dude? Like,
exactly, bro.
Areas, cities that you live in, and he's like, you know what? I'm about to go mess with Richard some more.
Right.
Like, I'm not.
So she goes to kindergarten at that school, bro, and like, he remembers me, obviously, because like, he knew me for so long, like, he knows me. So like, he knew that I was her dad, and like, when he seen me, he like remembered me, and he's like, hey, what's up? Like, and we talked, like, and then she's going to school there. She's in kindergarten, and then that's about the time that I start subbing. Is her kindergarten year. So I start subbing.
From messing around your 18th birthday to getting your GED and subbing these other, like, these kids, bro. Like, that's fried.
Yeah,
that's
bro. So I start subbing in that new city that we live in, Seymour. I start subbing there, and there's some assignments that send me to her school. And Mr. Hack is the principal there. So, like, it's crazy, bro, because it's like, literally, I dropped out while you were my principal, and like, you literally walked me out of your building and said that I couldn't be here, and now you're my daughter's principal, and I'm working for you, like, at this school, and I'm like, now I'm coming in teaching, like, classroom full of kids, like, in a school where you're the principal still. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy. That's that's probably the weirdest coincidence that I can think of in my life. Like, an ongoing coincidence like that. Like, that's crazy.
That's a weird relationship we got going on here.
And
like,
bro, it gets even weirder than that, bro, because I will tell you this. So I'm subbing, and I'm in, my daughter's school subbing, and he's the principal there or whatever. So then we end up moving, and we move back to the old city, North Vernon. We moved back to North Vernon, and my daughter, she starts going to a different school entirely, like one that I never even went to, because there's like several elementary schools in this district. So she starts going to this other school, bro, and she starts there in first grade. She only went to that other school for 1 year. It was her kindergarten year, and that was when Mr. Hack was the principal. So she goes to this other school, and
this is too much.
Yeah, bro. So we move, right? And she starts going to this other school, and Mr. Hack's wife is a first grade teacher at this school. Mr. Hack's wife is
Mr. Hack have to get it together,
bro. So Mr. Hack's wife is a first grade. She didn't end up being my daughter's teacher, but because my daughter, like, there was 2 first grade teachers. One was Mr. Hack's wife, and then the other one was the one that my daughter got as a teacher. But what that means is, whenever there's a family function, or not like a family function, but like a school dance. Like, there's been 2 school dances since she's been there that I've went to, and I've ran into Mr. Hack both times, because his daughters go to that school because they live in that district, and that's where his wife teaches at. So it's like the father-daughter dance, and Mr. Hack's there with his daughters, and I'm there with my daughter. Bro, I've ran into him twice so like, bro, every single school that I've been at in North Vernon, I've literally had a run-in with Mr. Hack. Like, when I was in my elementary school, he was a 5th grade teacher.
Mr. Hack, bro?
Huh?
How old is Mr. Hack?
I don't know, bro. I want to say he's like probably like 50 now, or like maybe late 40s, early 50s. I don't really know.
What in the world, bro?
But yeah, bro. So like, literally, bro, I moved down here from Indianapolis, and like, my first school that I go to is 6th grade at this elementary school, and he's a 5th grade teacher there. And then in high school, he's my principal. And then my daughter is born and goes to kindergarten, and he's her principal. And then she moves to a different school entirely, and his wife teaches there, and I run into him at school dances. Like, it's crazy, like, how it all worked out, bro. It's like a long running coincidence, bro. Like it's crazy, and I don't know, bro. It's wild. And
Mr. Hack is probably your guardian angel, bro.
he might be. He's really cool, bro. Like I got along with him great when he was my principal. Like. And then I got along with him great when I was subbing for him, bro. Like, and there'd be some classes, bro. You know how some classes they try to abuse the substitute. They like try to get away with stuff that they don't get away with their teacher or whatever. Really, that's a lot of classes. That's not some of them. Anyway, there was one class that I was teaching at that school that was so bad, bro. And like half the kids were like, "Oh, you don't do this with Miss whoever," like, but you guys are acting this way with the sub. And so like there was good kids and there was bad kids, but the bad kids were being so bad they were disrupting everything. I couldn't even teach the lesson, bro. And I sent them out. I sent them one ball. I'm like, "Bro, you interrupt me, you're going to the office." Boom, 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 boom. Sent all these people out to the office. I don't even care. And then eventually, when Mr. Hack has like five of my kids from my class in his office, he comes down to the room and he has to like get on, like, so it's like me and Mr. Hack against this whole like class of kids. Like he's telling them like, you better respect this man. Like
Put some respect on his team.
It's crazy, bro. So yeah, that's my weird story about school, bro, and my long running coincidence where I keep running into this dude. Like who? Like he's really cool, but yeah, I keep running into him. Like it's crazy,
bro. Yeah, he's definitely your guardian angel, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, like, but
looking at and whatnot,
it's crazy how things work out, bro. It's crazy, but
it is, man. And look, you got your GED, bro. Like,
oh, bro, and you just reminded me, bro. I didn't even get to that part.